What is predatory lending? Have you ever wondered how some lending practices can trap people in a cycle of debt? Predatory lending is a term that describes unfair and deceptive loan terms imposed on borrowers. This practice often targets vulnerable populations, including low-income households and racial minorities. These loans come with extremely high fees and interest rates, making it nearly impossible for borrowers to repay them. Predatory lenders use aggressive tactics to convince individuals to take out loans they cannot afford. The goal is to extract as much profit as possible, often at the expense of the borrower's financial well-being. Common forms of predatory lending include payday loans, car title loans, and subprime mortgages. These loans are often secured by the borrower's property or assets, putting them at risk of foreclosure if payments are missed. One common tactic used by predatory lenders is known as loan flipping. This is where lenders encourage borrowers to refinance their loans repeatedly. Each time they do this, the principal and interest owed increases, deepening the borrower's debt burden. This cycle can lead to financial ruin for many families. From a socialist viewpoint, predatory lending highlights economic injustice and exploitation within a capitalist system. It disproportionately affects marginalized communities who often lack access to fair credit markets. Housing segregation and discriminatory lending practices create barriers that force these communities into predatory lending situations. The impact of predatory lending extends beyond individual borrowers. It can devastate entire neighborhoods by perpetuating economic inequality and racial segregation in housing. Wealth is extracted from vulnerable populations and concentrated in the hands of lenders and financial institutions. This reinforces social and economic disparities, making it harder for marginalized groups to achieve financial stability. Addressing predatory lending requires systemic change. It is essential to ensure equitable access to credit and implement stronger regulations to prevent exploitative practices. Policies that promote social and racial justice in housing and finance are crucial. This includes expanding public or community-based lending alternatives and enforcing fair lending standards. By dismantling the barriers that force marginalized groups into predatory credit markets, we can work towards a more just financial system. The fight against predatory lending is not just about individual loans. It is about creating a fairer society for everyone.